here. So next. Okay, this is the funniest game. This was at the 93 U.S. Open in Philadelphia, which was at the same hotel, same city, same site as the World Open 1 month previous. So the World Open was in July at the Adams Mark Hotel in Philly, which is now a Target. And this was played in August, so the turnout was very bad because it's lower entry fees, less prizes. People played there the month before. So it wasn't a good turnout. This was my first or second round, and I was playing a 1900, so sort of an easy, And this is actually one of my best tournaments. I got 7 wins, a loss, and a draw. I tied for second. I lost to Joel Benjamin in 7 hours. I drew Kaidanov, who I was working with at the tournament, and I won my other 7 games. And this is the funniest game. Okay, so this game, as I told you before, I was playing knight f6, but I thought I played g6, but I did play knight f6. Okay, so this is the same deviled egg. Okay, and we just saw this position in my last game, and I was telling you most of my opponents play f4, and my opponent played f4. Okay, so you take on d4 and play queen a5, and I used to know a lot of theory. Until I didn't. And my opponent played king b1, which is, I think what Kaidanov played against me in the 1999 U.S. Championship. I played h6, which is okay. He took, which is not okay. Again, that's a lower-rated player type of move, like trade pieces. I mean, he should play bishop h4 or h4. Probably h4, but definitely not bishop f6. We're leaving all the pressure. Queen d2. And I played rook d8. The engine doesn't like that move. The engine says just take this and have a big advantage. Or a small advantage. Doesn't like rook d8. Knight d5. And I mean, I should definitely take the knight on c3 because knight d5 gives like the same endgame, but a much worse version for me. So I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I played rook d8. Okay, so we traded, and this ending should be a draw. But obviously I have to win. I can't draw the endgame. So if I have an equal ending against somebody, 600 points lower rated or 700, then I should win. Okay, and nothing much happened to change the evaluation of equality. The problem is, if it's too equal, then how do I win? I got to make something weird happen. Now the engine slightly prefers white. I'm not really getting any winning chances. Finally, I did something. He took, which the engine doesn't particularly like, but says it's okay. Again, we have this, white's slightly better, but it's a draw. Okay, and now I went sort of crazy, but the engine likes it. It says f5, good job. And then the obvious idea is d5, but d5 is a blunder. That's why I played f5, so I could play d5 and have 2 connected pass pawns in the center. And the engine says black has the better of this drawn rook and pawn endgame. Like it's a draw, but it slightly prefers black, but it's a draw. Obviously, I can't draw. Playing in the U.S. Open, I'm paired down 650 points. So I played d5, and now I'm lost. Plays rook c5, that's a good move. King d6 is a terrible move. He takes. e4. Bishop h5, put it in h. d4. So now there's 500 passed pawns. Anything could happen. And this is better than having a dead drawn position. Now, if I'm playing an engine, this is much worse than what was going on before, but I'm playing somebody lower rated that I have to beat, so I have to sort of go crazy. f6 is an excellent move. e3 check. King e1. And did I blunder here? I did. Yeah, I had to play bishop takes g2, and I'm barely lost. Close. Maybe even I'm drawing. But I played bishop d5, trying to stop his f-pawn. Played b4, which is a mistake. He should play king e2 and he's winning. But he let me play d3. I didn't play d3. After d3, I'm equal. Rook a7 is a mistake. Yeah. And after rook a7, the game's over. Except it wasn't over. So if I play d3, the engine says it's equal. Now there's 5 passed pawns, and it says rook c5 is the only equal move. Otherwise, I'm winning. So probably I would have won if I played d3, because I played a move that loses immediately, and I still won. Okay, I played rook a7. Does anybody in the chat see how white the game ends? If white had played this move, I would have lost. I wouldn't have come back. I wouldn't have tricked him later. I would have just lost. Yeah, rook takes d5, king takes d5, f7, and this is why rook a7 is bad. Now if I play rook a8, he skewers me. And if I don't play rook a8, he queens. So I'm just dead. Dead. I didn't see rook takes bishop check, obviously. And after d3, he has to play rook c5 to be equal. It's just a very strange move. I don't see him playing that move. He could. Okay. So I played rook a7, double question mark. He played rook a5, which I expected. And we got to this endgame where I'm down 2 pawns, but I'm better. And if he plays absolutely perfectly, maybe he can draw. Maybe. But I did a good job of taking an equal position with no winning chances and mixing it up. And unfortunately, I blundered before he did, and fortunately, he didn't see my blunder. So I did a good job of mixing the game up, then I got mixed up. Happens. The only move that doesn't lose immediately is king to d1. I actually see why. I was going to say, I don't know why. But if it's my move, then I play d2 check and bishop b3. Or I play bishop b3 and d2 check. So if he plays king d1 and I check, then he can go here. And then he can sacrifice, and he has 2, and he could play king c3, and my pawn doesn't queen. Now he's got 50 passed pawns everywhere. And this is a draw with correct play, because the engine says so. But if he doesn't play king d1, I play bishop b3, I play d2 check, and it's over. And he played a6, which is a mistake. And now, did I play the right move? I have one winning move. Yeah, I played the one winning move. So now I'm threatening check, only legal move, bishop b3 check, and I queen. And he can't take it. Also, I'm going to get rid of this pawn if he does something about it. So he has to play king here again, which he did. And I took his pawn, getting rid of one of his scary pawns. And that doesn't do anything. That just lets my king stop it. King c1's a mistake. Bishop b5 is correct. I want to play bishop here and then d2. And I did. Hooray for Ben. This is actually pretty funny. He played g3. And he's actually in zugzwang here. He can't move, which is funny. If he plays bishop here, then I queen. If he plays bishop here or here, I take his advanced pawn. If he plays g4, he's blocking his bishop, so I queen. If he plays king here, I queen. So I just played bishop b3. And now it's his move. That's a pretty cool final move. I mean, he can't do anything. If he gives up his pawn by moving his bishop back and forth, I can just walk in and win. So after bishop b3, he resigned. So that was a pretty interesting game, especially since I had the one move where I just blundered and he could have won. And that was like my second best U.S. Open. I tied for first in the U.S. Open twice. This one I tied for second. This one was pretty strong. There were at least 10 grandmasters playing. I got a nice last round pairing. Go, Papa.